Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So it's week 11 of the NFL season, and let's just cut right to the chase. Jets at Patriots, 1 o'clock this Sunday. This is the biggest game of the season. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. When we look at the implications, when we look at the weight that this game carries, I mean, it's absolutely insane. When we look at the current layout of the AFC East, the Dolphins are in first place, sitting there at 7-3, currently on a bye week. Right behind them, the New York Jets at 6-3. Behind them, the Buffalo Bills, they're going to be playing Cleveland this week. And then, of course, the New England Patriots in fourth place at 5-4. So when we look at tiebreakers like head-to-head wins, divisional records, stuff like that, the Jets are in a really favorable position. They have that head-to-head win over Buffalo. They have the head-to-head win over the Miami Dolphins. And if they beat the Patriots this Sunday, that means that the Jets will be in first place. And that is absolutely nuts. That is crazy to think about at this point in time, okay? Now, and by the way, if we flip it and look at the implications for the New England Patriots, if they win, all of a sudden they're right in the mix, and the Jets vault all the way down to, I believe, fourth place in the division, assuming the Buffalo Bills go out and beat the Browns this Sunday. When we look at the updated playoff picture through 10 weeks, the Chiefs have the first seed at 7-2, Dolphins are in second, Titans are in third, Ravens fourth, Jets 5th, Bills 6th, Pats in 7th, and then the LA Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals are right there in the hunt. But the point of this is, we take a look at all of those teams there, literally all the teams on that list, they are literally 1 or 2 games away from completely changing where they're at in the seeding. So again, this game is huge, and we have to ask the question, A, what went wrong the last time these two teams played? And then B, what can the Jets do to fix that this Sunday? I think the two biggest things that really plagued the Jets last time, number one, special teams. I mean, New England just completely mopped the floor with the Jets on special teams. I felt like New England was constantly starting off on their 35, 40, 45-yard line. They were always working with short fields. And then on the Jets side of things, it was almost like they were starting within their own 15-yard line, 20-yard line every single drive. So special teams was just not good. There was a couple other things like the missed kick, and New England had a really good return at one point in time, but that was one side of it. The other side, I mean, it was clear as day. The quarterback production was simply not there. Zach Wilson was 20 of 41. That's a completion percentage of less than 50%. He also had 3 egregious INTs. I mean, all 3 of them were just really, really bad. So when we start asking the question, what can the Jets do to have success this go round in Foxborough? I think the biggest thing that I'm looking at, specifically on offense here for the Jets, they got to get the ball out quick. They have to. I think it's the ultimate key here offensively. I mean, we look at Zach Wilson as a quarterback. He's literally one of the worst quarterbacks in football when pressured, if not the worst. In fact, the last time these two teams played, New England pressured him the most out of any team this season, and when pressured, Wilson went 1 of 14, again with the 3 INTs. So that is not a strong suit of his game. I know there's a lot of likable things with the quick release, with the mobility, with the big arm, but when the opposition is getting after Zach a little bit, things typically, right, based off of the numbers that we have, the data that we have, things typically go south. Another point that I feel like is relevant to talk about here, why it's important to get the football out of Wilson's hands quickly, we look at New England's defensive numbers. They are second in football in sack percentage. How do you sack the quarterback? You can't sack the quarterback if he doesn't have the football. So the longer Wilson holds on to it, we know his production gets worse. We also know that the New England Patriots excel in getting after the passer. So I think it's really a win-win on both sides. But it's not just up to the play calls. It's not just up to Wilson to get rid of the football. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on, the pass catchers here, running backs out of the flat to get open, right? To give Zach Wilson that easy first read. I personally want the ball out within 2 seconds. I think that's a fair mark, especially in the short passing game, right? In easy little slants and mesh routes, crossing patterns, little, dump offs to the running backs out in the flat. I think the Jets could really have a lot of success there. Yes, the Patriots won last time, 22-17, but again, going back to Zach's numbers, he was extremely inefficient. So if he could put the ball in play a little bit more, not only would it just help out everything, set the Jets up in, better positions with second and shorts and third and shorts, but you're also controlling the clock, right? You're controlling the game because the clock is moving, everybody's in rhythm. There's not stoppages left and right. There's not incompletions left and right. So it's really, really important. And lastly, when we're talking about the Patriots defense here, they do play a lot of man. So this could be the game where Elijah Moore breaks out. If the Jets want to play him this week, we'll see, how it plays out. But I think you want to get the best route runners in. This is the game. I mean, look back to the last time these two teams played. Garrett Wilson, what is he known for? Snapping off good routes, just being extremely athletic, had over 100 receiving yards, right? Garrett Wilson did a lot of damage. I do think Belichick will try to take Conklin away over the middle of the field because he was a solid security blanket for Zach in that game. But Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Braxton Berrios, and Michael Carter out of the flat. Those are the guys that I'm trying to feed the football to if I was Mike LaFleur. Now, when we take a look at the Jets' defense going up against New England's offense, especially the last time these two teams played, I didn't really have many issues with it. Was it perfect? No. At times I felt like they over pursued. The tackling was a little sloppy here and there. But overall, I felt like they did a really good job of getting after Mac Jones. They sacked him 6 times. They kept him in the pocket. They collapsed the pocket. That's my plan, right? I think there's a lot that you can do when the pass rush is getting after. I don't want to call Mac like a statue back there. He's not completely immobile, and he did hurt the Jets with his legs, but I think if I'm the Jets and you could keep him in the pocket and then you collapse it on him, again, which is what we saw the last time these two teams played, you are going to get after him. You can rattle him, and he does not have the strongest arm in the league, so it's really up to him. Does he want to try to force a throw, or does he want to take a sack, or, try to throw it out of bounds? But, I mean, any one of those options I'm fine with as a Jet fan. Also, controlling Ramondre Stevenson. I mean, he absolutely torched the Jets defense the last time they played. Really, really good player. I'm a big fan of Stevenson. I love his game. I love how hard he plays, and versatile guy. He could hurt you on the ground and through the air. They got to control Stevenson. Ramondre Stevenson, Saleh, Albrecht, they have to highlight his name. You got to slow him down. You absolutely have to. I think this is going to be an extremely tough football game. The Pats have won 4 out of their last 5 games, which is crazy to think about. I mean, we all know what the Patriots look like at home. We all know, the past couple of seasons with the Jets traveling to Foxborough. It hasn't been pretty, but I'll say this. It doesn't really matter what Vegas says. It doesn't really matter what happened last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It doesn't matter. The Jets they've proven so many people wrong this season. Double-digit underdogs. Going to Lambeau, going to Denver, going to Pittsburgh. It doesn't matter. The Jets are walking away with wins. Okay, so this is... I talked to Tyson from Let's Talk Jets Radio yesterday, and he made a really good point. This game is like the big stepping stone, right? If the Jets can conquer New England this Sunday, that could really propel them this season. And my mind is almost blown, because I was expecting the Jets to be better, like pretty much every Jet fan out there. I mean, they definitely should have been better, considering the amount of rookies, the amount of overall young talent that this team has, also the amount of money that Joe Douglas has infused, over $300 million in the last 2 seasons. Yeah, this team should have been better, but I was not expecting to look this good, especially on defense. So I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.